The Cold Shadow, a frostbitten fight for life. In the belly of winter's fiercest storm, where the wind howled like a beast and the cold bites into every bone, Whisker was a shadow, forgotten and forsaken. The city had turned into a frozen wasteland, streets glistening with ice, snow swirling like ghostly specters in the blackness. Whisker, a battered old alley cat with a coat of mottled gray, had wandered into this ruthless winter night, driven by nothing but his stubborn fire and fierce will to survive. His little paws were numb, his breath coming in ragged puffs as he huddled beneath a pile of discarded cardboard, desperately searching for warmth against the relentless cold. Then, from the darkness, a faint sound, so soft, so fragile, haunted his senses. A tiny, trembling meow. It was the cry of a helpless soul, lost and frozen amid the deadly white. Whisker's ears twitched. His battered body ached, but a fiery spark flared within him. Instinct, born from years of struggle, whispering that he must act. He twisted his battered body, pulling himself toward that fragile sound, through snowdrifts and icy alleyways, to a faint figure curled up in a snowbank. A tiny form, frostbitten, trembling, eyes wide with fear, trusting no one, but desperate enough to hope. Their eyes met, fear and trust intertwined, an unspoken battle for life. The cold gnawed at Whisker's battered fur, and his own body ached like 100 broken bones. Yet, an iron will refuse to surrender. He fought through the pain, inching closer. Every step was a fight against the biting frost that wanted to claim him too. His paws bled, the ache in his bones deep, but still he pressed on, for her. Finally, he reached her, a tiny, frostbitten creature, shivering violently. Her eyes were pools of fear and hope. He looked into her eyes, warm despite the cold, and whispered in his mind, "So cold, so cold. But I have to help. I have to." With gentle courage, he gathered her in his battered paws. Every heartbeat was a battle against the icy grip that threatened to steal her life, and against the darkness of winter's death. His muscles strained, battered by cold, but he refused to let despair win. Through the treacherous streets, he dragged her, across fences coated in razor-sharp ice, over frozen rooftops, slipping and risking everything, until finally, a battered, abandoned storefront appeared, a hollow refuge, a faint promise of warmth. He dragged her inside and curled around her, shielding her tiny, trembling body from the icy wind. Inside that forsaken shell, the battle for life was still ongoing, but hope flickered, an ember smoldering against the darkness. For in that moment, against the cold, the dark, and winter's deathly grip, the tiny heartbeat beside him was a silent vow. They might be battered, they might be broken, but they would survive, together. And as dawn finally crept over the frozen city, the snow softened and the wind lessened. The cold had been beaten, and with it, so had despair. And just as the first light touched the battered shelter, footsteps echoed outside, boots crunching on snow, voices calling softly. A kind-hearted stranger had arrived. They found them, Whisker trembling but alive, curled beside the tiny kitten, both battered by winter but fighting still. The stranger's arms scooped them up, whispering quiet words of comfort and hope. The storm had passed. A new day had begun. In the quiet moment of rescue, the battered old cat looked up at the human, their warmth, their kindness, and knew that even in the coldest, darkest nights, life could still endure.